Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Dainese Nexus boot, available at RevZilla.com. Part of the new aggressive sport and track family, this is the new Dainese Nexus I have in my right hand. Do not be confused. In my left hand, this is the original Dainese TR Course Out. This is what's being replaced. This is what's new. Now, much like all of the new boots we're seeing from Dainese in 15 going into 16, complete redesigns, lots of angularity. If this was a baby Bentley from 2010, this is an Aventador from 2015, courtesy of Buzzsaw. Now, if we look at it, you're going to see functionally it's very similar. It still has full height protection. It's still going to have your hinge D-Axial system for rigidity, but that's where they really stop in their similarities, especially from a functional sense. Now, the price on the new Dainese Nexus has actually gone down about $10 over the original TR Course. That's because they've dropped some of the unnecessary elements from this boot, and it's not being positioned as a track boot anymore. You could take this boot to the track, but it really wasn't that different from the next boot up, which was that Torque Pro. Now, this guy's going away. This guy's really gonna be sport touring, aggressive street riding. Again, stretch it to the track at your own judgment, but I don't believe it covers some of the functional or protection bases to get you out to the track. And as we compare and contrast them as we walk through, I'm gonna get more into that nuance. Now, 5 colors available for the guys, 3 colors for the ladies here in the Dainese Nexus. And again, it does have that great refined style moving forward. So it's that next leap to that next level as it ties in with Dainese's renewed aesthetic. Now, if we think about fitment, remember, it's going to be an Italian boot designed for the American market in many cases. No issues there unless you have a really wide foot. Then I wouldn't send you here. For super wide American feet, they don't work as well in the Italian boots, but for average American feet, you're just going to be fine. Remember, use a size chart. The other thing that ties in with fit that's really nice on these boots is just like we had on the TR Course Out, it's a mouthful. You have these adjustable wings at the top that give you the ability to adjust the circumference for your calf. You have them again here in my new Dainese Nexus. But what I don't have when I unzip from the back, again, we're still talking about fit, notice it's just a gaiter that comes up. Now, I like the rear entry and exit. Some people don't. I really dig it. You had it on the previous version, but this is one of those things on the TR Course Out that was too close to the Torque Pro. Too close to that Torque D1. Again, so they've gotten rid of the inner booty design. There's no longer an inner booty that's removable, and that's why, in my opinion, this boot really just becomes a great sport riding, street riding boot, even though some of the external functionality is very, very close to that track orientation. Now, remember, I said we're gonna ship for free over $39, but click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new Dainese Nexus. Now, what they've done here with some of the other nuances, you'll notice the D-Axial system, it still guards against torsion. It guards against hyperextension, hyperflexion. You get some reinforcement. You're getting this massive panel of TPU, thermoplastic or thermopolyurethane all the way up your shin. Refined, better looking than the previous version that had the honeycomb guy on it over here. Now, as you move down though, this is one of my gripes, and this is why I'm not sending you to the track with it. If we look, there's a break here. On the original version, it's connected. You connected the hinge, everything goes together. I have a hard time turning that like this. I don't have a hard time turning that like this. So again, it's lighter weight, it's going to be a little more comfortable, it's less rigid, but that's that trade-off. For me getting to the track, I want it connected, and there's a big difference here. You're under the $300 mark with this bad boy. Need to go up to the $400 mark and get the Torque D1, which really takes it to the next level, is that game changer from Dainese that's just below that D-Axial or the Axial Pro that Rossi wears, and again has everything connected and everything where you want it to be when you're getting to the track. Now, if we look at some of the other things, remember, removable TPU along the toe, that's gonna stay similar. You're still microfiber, synthetic leather throughout. You look at it, microfiber here in the bellows. On the instep, here it was D-Stone, which is a little stiffer, so again, a little more comfortable here. And then we work our way in to that D-Axial system. Notice it's covered here, works its way up the side. It still carries that great 57-degree angle, which means that when you're in the riding position, almost these lines have this great parallel quality with the ground. You saw that on the Dyno family. The new Dyno D1 and Dyno Pro carry that as well. And as we work down, the other thing you're gonna notice is that they've changed the cockpit around the heel and the ankle. I love the new cockpit. It's going to have raised areas that create less surface area. It's gonna be more angular and crisp. Again, feels a little bit more Lamborghini to me, for lack of a better term. Maybe we'll call it a little more Panigale. crisp, aggressive, without being vulgar. It gets it done. And if we move around to the back, again, you're seeing this ankle cockpit. Now moving to the inside, this is one of the things they scaled back on. They scaled back, you no longer have the grip panel. Again, it was a little more technical than the Street Rider needed, so they left it for the Torque D1. You have to step up into it. But along the inside too, again, notice leather connecting things. You have that break point. Notice the reset stitching. What I do like about it, there are a few other things here, and I guess I'm about ready to get rid of my TR course out there. What I do like about this boot, and again, they haven't come out with the in versions of our Nexus. There's no Nexus in, it's a Nexus out. There's no Nexus WP yet. There's no Nexus Air version yet, but I bet at some point when you're watching this video, those will be released. Right now, as I'm reviewing it, there's just a regular version, which is gonna be that 3-season warm weather orientation. But what I do like is they're using the new shift panel from Dainese, which has fins or gills cut away underneath, a little bit more flexible. Again, it's gonna move with you, offer better response. The other thing is the new monocoque shock absorber in the heel in all of the boots, the Dyno family, the Nexus, the Torque D1s. Again, so that's gonna be that 6th bushing system that gives you better shock absorption for impacts to the bottom of the foot, and they've beefed that up going into this new family of boots. Notice it is the D-Tech sole. On the stiff scale for me, it's about a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Actually, that's a little too stiff. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. But again, great mixture of protection, tactile response, and a difference in durometer, which is hardness, as you work your way through the sole, so it's gonna work in different places depending on where it interfaces with your bike. Now, if we look at the inside one more time, remember we talked about these wings? It's got that 3D liner, it's gonna wick sweat away. It doesn't have the inner booty that's non-removable like the previous version, but again, it's going to pull sweat away, allow you to stay cool and comfortable and keep the sweat off of your foot. They also redesigned the top here, which I like. I actually like the top. It doesn't have the Dainese logo, but it's a little softer. It might chafe you a little bit less against your skin. So again, to sum up, you're looking at the next generation from Dainese design-wise, but they've taken a hair back of a step on the technicality, knowing that they're giving you a great boot for street and aggressive sport riding, but they're saying, hey, don't take it to the track. Go with that Torque D1. Now, you still get the D-Axial system, like I said. It is a little more flexible than I'd like, but it's not fully flexible. It's still solidly reinforced on the inside. But again, that's the big difference between the boots, along with the fact that the Torque D1 has the ventilation system and has the magnesium slider at toe, ankle, as well as heel. The next step in your journey, remember there's a ladies version. The next step in your journey is to click the info button, visit the product page at RevZilla.com and read what other riders have to say about the new Dainese Nexus. As always, we'll ship for free, over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. That's for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us on the YouTubes. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.